Okay, Bailey. So right now we're almost stuck in our same position because we're lacking that guidance and mentorship really, and it's been holding you back from going out and achieving them goals that you mentioned previously, and it's costing you time and just it's draining you mentally. So realistically, bro, you said you wanted mentorship, guidance, and almost like a clear path. So what I've done for you, bro, is I've created a 4 month plan. Now it's not specific to 4 months, it could take 2 months, 3 months, maybe even 6 months. But the 4 month plan is just the structure of it. So basically, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. So the first month is just basically building that foundation and getting yourself familiar with the community and the skills that you'd be learning. And then the second month would just be building on that foundation, learning them skills, getting better at them, and really gaining a better understanding of everything that you need to go through. And then the third month would be implementing these skills, doing role plays and then working towards getting your certifications. And then the fourth month is after we get them certifications, you can start going out and looking for roles and just basically working towards them goals and getting that a little bit closer to, you know, replacing your income and getting out of your job, like you mentioned before. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good, man.
Yeah. So you mentioned before just lacking that real direction. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what we have is we've got these video modules where basically you just go through it step by step, and it sort of just gives you a clear path. It gives you a clear view of where you're going and what you need to be doing day by day, so that we can get that clear direction, get that back on track, so that we know where we're moving towards. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. And okay, and you mentioned guidance before about not really having anyone there to tell you where you're going wrong and someone there to tell you where you're going right and just help you through the process. Does that ring a bell?
Yep.
Okay, so to fix that, we've also got live coaching calls, which basically are sessions where you can jump on and then you can get live feedback on what you've been doing, and you can get that real set in stone feedback to help you move towards these goals and just move forward, keep moving forward. Is that making sense to you, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. That sounds good.
Okay. And I remember you mentioned before that you felt a bit isolated in something that you tried previously. I think it was drop shipping. You felt quite isolated in that, and you didn't really have anyone there to help you out and almost give you that feedback and tell you where you're going right and tell you what you're doing wrong. So what we've got to overcome that is we've got a community, and basically that community is full of people that are higher up than you, lower down than you, in the same position as you, and they can just be there for you and keep you accountable, and you know help you where you're going wrong, and just keep you moving forward. Is that all right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's something that could be beneficial to you?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Why is that, bro? Just explain that for me.
Yeah, just having them modules there that I can, just scan over it whenever I want and having that community there to, keep me accountable and, you know, help me stay on track and yeah, them coaches as well that I can ask questions and yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned before in your drop shipping that you didn't really have any clear goal in the end. Like obviously, like working towards making some money and replacing your income, but you never really had anything sort of to work towards. So after we've learned all of these skills and we start implementing it, we can help you go out and land roles and start applying them skills that we've been learning. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Okay. And with all that being said, bro, do you feel like that help that we're offering could help you move towards your goals?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Explain that to me, bro. How do you think that's going to help you?
Well, yeah, just, you know, yeah, as I was saying before, just having that community and, being able to, have people around me that are in a similar situation that I could, you know, bounce ideas off and, yeah.
Bro, sweet. And is there anything from our end that you need clarity on, or anything that you're confused about?
No, I mean, I think, yeah, you explained it pretty well.
Okay, sweet. I mean, do we think we're making this decision right now, wanting to move forward, or do we want to stay back and sort of hold on to that fear of us not moving forward?
No, right, I definitely want to make that change.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, bro, we don't have to change today. You can leave it for another 3 months, 6 months, another year if you like. Like why now? Do we feel like we need to make that change?
Well, yeah, I've already wasted a year, bro. I was just contemplating about it, so I don't really want to waste another.
Okay, bro. And tell me in your own words, what do you think happens if we don't move forward and we just continue living in the same life for another year?
Then man, I'll just be stuck in the same spot, still wanting to get out.
Okay, bro.